Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English, and this is your favorite YouTuber Mukesh Soni. Friends, in this video we are going to summarize a very interesting love story, Appointment with Love, which is written by the famous writer, poet Sulamith Ish-Kishor. So let's know about the story writer. Sulamith Ish-Kishor was an American writer. She was known for her religious and children's literature. She was a poet, journalist, and author of children's literature, short stories, and religious writings. She was especially known for her works that reflected Jewish culture, values, and the spirituality. She wrote both fiction and non-fiction, and often blending the themes of faith, morality, and human connection. Apart from the interesting story Appointment with Love, she wrote many books and she has contributed to the newspapers and magazines. That's about the famous poet Sulamith Ish-Kishor, famous writer. Now, what is this story about? The story Appointment with Love is set in Grand Central Station, New York. That's the setting of the story. The venue, the location, Grand Central Station, New York. And just after the Second World War. So the time is here, post Second World War. And there's a Lieutenant John Blandford, a young army officer who is about to meet a woman whom he has never seen, but with whom he has shared an emotional bond through letters for 18 months, and her name is Hollis Mennel. So he has a friend, and her name is Hollis Mennel, and whom he has never seen, but he was in communication with her through the letters, and he has been writing letters since 18 months, from the past 18 months, and now he's going to meet the girl here at the Grand Central Station in New York, and this person's name is here Lieutenant John Blandford. So the story explores the power of inner beauty, trust, and genuine connection over superficial attraction. So let's begin the story now. Opening at the Grand Central Station, 5:545 p.m. So the time is here, 5:45 p.m. The story begins in New York's Grand Central Station. It's exactly 6 minutes before 6 in the evening. So the time is about 5:45 p.m. Lieutenant John Blandford, a tall young army officer who's standing near the information booth. He's waiting for this lady whom he has been writing letters for 18 months, and his heart is beating nervously. He's too nervous, right? Now, in just a few minutes, in just a few minutes, he's supposed to meet the woman. He's supposed to meet the woman who has been writing letters to him for the past for the from the last 18 minutes. In just few minutes, he has an appointment, or he's going to meet the lady whom he has been writing the letters from the past 18 months. Though he has never seen her face, her words have given him hope, courage, and companionship during the hardest days of the military service. So when he was in the military service or during the World War II, her words, her letters used to give him a lot of courage. So he's both excited and anxious because in 6 minutes, it's already 5:54. In another 6 minutes, he's going to meet at 6 p.m. Finally, he's going to meet that person, that lady, whom he has been in love only through letters. Now, flashback. Let's go back to the war and the Hollis letter. I meant to say this lady's letter. Lieutenant Blandford, he recalls one of the most frightening nights of war. His plane had been attacked by a group of Japanese fighter plane Zeros. In that moment of fear, he remembered the words from a letter written by Hollis Mannell, and she had sent him the letter. And that time he remembered the words of Hollis Mannell's words, and these words gave him a lot of encouragement. So in one letter, Blandford had confessed that he often felt fear during battle, But Hollis Manel, she had replied very wisely, telling him that, of course, you fear, all brave men do. Didn't King David know fear? That's why he wrote the 23rd Psalm. Next time you doubt yourself, I want you to hear my voice reciting to you, yeah, though I walk through the valleys of the shadows of death, I shall fear no evil, for thou art with me. So these lines, these words of encouragement always used to work insulin for this Lieutenant General, Lieutenant Blandford, and he used to gather more courage after recalling those lines which he used to read from the letters he used to receive from Hollis Manel. So there may be some disturbance. It's raining outside, so I cannot disconnect now. So when Blandford faced the enemy planes, he imagined her voice saying these words. They gave him renewed strength and courage to fight. This memory deepens his anticipation, and soon he will hear her real voice. So that time when he was standing at the Grand Central Station, he was hoping that at least now I could see that how really she speaks, how can I listen her real voice. So now we are moving that the book. So he remembers how their connection started. So at his training camp in Florida, he had borrowed a library book, and the book name was Of Human Bondage, which was written by the famous writer Somerset Maugham. So he borrowed this book from the library. The name is here Of Human Bondage. At first, he disliked that someone had written notes in the margins. But then he realized the comments were very thoughtful and sensitive. They revealed the soul of someone who could understand human emotions with tenderness and depth. So when he opened this book, he found there were some notes written on the margin. So in the very initial stage, he didn't like that somebody should write in the book. Later, when he read those comments, those notes, he really felt so happy, and he felt that okay, somebody is there who can understand the human emotions with tenderness and depth. So what happens later? So inside the book, there was a book plate with a name, and there this name was mentioned, Hollis Manel. So curious Blandford, somehow he found Hollis Manel's address in the New York telephone directory, and he started writing letter to this lady this way. How you got connected with this lady, with this Hollis Manel? Through this way, through this of human bondage from this book. He got her name, and from the New York telephone directory, he got her address, and he started writing letter to her. Then she replied, and from then on, they began writing regularly, and in this manner, they have become the pen friends, right? So now, for more than 13 months, Hollis Manel, she wrote to him faithfully, even when his letters didn't reach her due to the war delays also, but she used to write. Through her words, she became his confidant, someone he could share his fears and feelings with. Gradually, he felt that he loved her, and he believed she too loved him. So, in this manner, a kind of relationship got developed between these two through the words. But she had one condition. What's condition? Despite her repeated request, she refused to send a photograph. So this one, Blandford, Lieutenant Blandford, he usually used to write a kindly, please do send a photograph. I want to see how do you look like. But she always used to refuse to send her photograph. Why? How she used to justify for not sending the photograph? She used to say that if she were beautiful, he might be influenced only by her looks. If she were plain, he might feel pity or write out of loneliness. Means to say, she used to say that if you feel that I'm very beautiful, that means to say you love only my physical appearance. Or if you see my photograph and if you feel that I'm not beautiful, you might show your pity towards to me, or maybe you will start writing not with the same passion. So that kind of reply she used to send whenever he used to ask her photograph. So either way, love would not be genuine. She wanted him to meet her in person, see her as she was, and then decide, right? So now the time has come. The time is now 6 o'clock, and the scheduled meeting is about 6 p.m., where Hollis Manel is going to meet Blandford. Blandford's heart is beating wildly as he looks around for a woman. A woman comes. She's wearing a red rose. That was a sign they had agreed upon, so he could recognize. So what is the condition? A woman would come and she would be wearing a red rose. And now a woman approaches towards him. She's wearing the red rose, and that was a sign that he could easily recognize her. But what happens? A beautiful young woman passes close to him. She looks around 18 years old, with blonde hair curled back, blue flower like eyes, a slim figure, and wearing a pale green suit. She's breathtakingly attractive, like springtime come alive. She even gives him a small, teasing smile and murmurs softly, "Going my way, soldier? Going my way, soldier?" So she just left with these words, right? Is she Hollis Manel? Let's see how. For a moment, Blandford forgets about the rose. He's drawn to her charm and beauty, but she's not wearing the red rose. He suddenly remembers that Hollis had told him that she was 30 years old, not a teenager. Now again, he goes back. He thinks that no, this she could not be Hollis Manel, because Hollis Manel told that she's about 30, and this lady, this girl, she looks like 18, like a teenager. No, she cannot be Hollis Manel, right? Okay, so let's see who comes next. Now, just then, Blandford notices another woman who are just standing behind the young girl. This woman is very different. Behind this young teenager, young 18 years girl, there's another lady who is standing here, and this woman is very different. Who is she? This woman is well past 40. She's about 40 years old, with gray hair tucked under a worn hat. She's plump, her ankles thick, her shoes are old fashioned and low heeled. She wears a crumpled coat, but most importantly, her coat is pinned the red rose. That was a condition here. That was a symbol of identification that the red rose will be pinned in the coat, and this is how he's going to identify. Is she Hollis Manel? Hopefully not. Right? Now, Blandford is torn apart emotionally. So one side there's a young lady who is about 18, and another side there's another lady who's about 40. His heart aches to follow the young, beautiful girl, but he knows the woman with the red rose is the only one who truly gave him strength and comfort during the war. Now he's trying to soothe him. He's trying to say that no, this young lady could not be, this teenager could not be, because the condition was that the person will be pinning the red rose, and here this should be the lady who has the red rose in her coat. She should be Hollis Manel, and she used to give him the strength and comfort. So he's divided between these two emotions here, right? दिल के टुकड़े हुए हजार, एक इधर गिरा एक उधर गिरा. Let's see what happens further. Very interesting story. Though disappointed and bitter, Blandford makes his choice. He pulls out the little worn copy of Human Bondage, the book that had first connected them. With courage, he approaches to this older woman who is about 40. He salutes her respectfully, and he says, "I am Lieutenant John Blandford, and you are Miss Manel, Hollis Manel. I'm so glad you could meet me. May I take you to dinner?" Wow, right? Okay. The older woman smiles gently and she replies, "I don't know what this is all about, son. Son, that young lady in the green suit, that young lady in the green suit, the one who just went by, begged me to wear this rose. She said, if you asked me out, I should tell you that she's waiting for you in the big restaurant across the street. She said it was some kind of a test. I have got two boys in the army myself, so I didn't mind helping her. Wow. So this old woman, she says that this red rose is given by one of the young lady who is in the green suit there, and she's in a restaurant, seated in the big restaurant, and she told me that I should tell you that I'm waiting over there. I already have two sons, so I didn't mind helping her. So this is about this Hollis Manel. She's not Hollis Manel. Somebody's waiting. Now, what's the truth here? The beautiful young woman was waiting Hollis Manel. She was Hollis Manel. She had arranged this test to see if Blandford's love was genuine or not. By asking the older woman to wear the red rose, Hollis wanted to know whether Blandford valued inner beauty and character, or if he would reject her for not being outwardly attractive. Is he going to see the physical appearance, or if he really values the inner beauty or the inner character, or maybe a kind of a very true love, which is not always attracted towards the physical love. So that was a test by this young lady who was waiting in the restaurant, and who gave this red rose to this old lady who's about 40 to do the acting, to just stand here, right? And Blandford, he thought that this lady who is well about 40, she could be Hollis Manel. So that was the test, and that was the appointment with love. So finally, what's the climax? So in this manner, the story ends with this revelation, leaving the readers, us, with admiration for Blandford's sincerity and for Hollis Manel's wisdom. Their relationship, which is built on faith, loyalty, and words, which passes the test of true love. Now, what are the themes we gather from the story here? The first theme we find here, love beyond appearance. The central idea of this poem is here that true love must be based on character, values, and understanding, not just physical attraction. War and loneliness. In the lonely, frightening days of war, letters and emotional bonds always used to give soldiers a lot of strength to survive. Third theme, the test of integrity. Hollis Manel, she tests Blandford's sincerity to ensure his feelings are really genuine or not. Faith and courage. Hollis Manel's words gave Blandford courage in war, and now he must show courage in choosing loyalty over superficial charm. And finally, appearance versus reality. So, what looks attractive on the surface may not be true love. Reality often lies deeper. So, this is how I have tried my best to summarize a very interesting love story, Appointment with Love by Sulamith Ish-Kishor, the famous American writer. And this poem is in the syllabus of the third semester BCA General English course SEP syllabus under BCU under Bangalore City University. So, friends, thank you once again. Subscribe the channel if you have not yet done it. Always look at the playlist. Please do look at the playlist where you'll be getting all the videos links very shortly. So thank you once again.